Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashna prayesha badreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatiruttama sloke bhaktir bhavati naishtuke mukam karoti vachalam pangum lange giram yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prajayani Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paschati Deshatani Mama Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurmita Mena Tasme Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Pudanti Swapatandita Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 24, verse 24 to 25. Big verse. Okay, 2 verses are there. I will take these 2. Please chant the verse after me. Tarhi eva sarasastasman.
Tarhi eva sarasastasman.
Nishkramantam sahanugam.
Nishkramantam sahanugam.
Upakiyamanam amara.
Upakiyamanam
amara.
Navaram vibudhanuge.
Pravaram vibhutanuge.
Manikaya. Siti Kantam Trilochanam. Prasada Samukham Vikshya. Pranamur Jata Kautuka. To the synonyms. Tarhi, in that very moment, Eva certainly is Sarasaha from the water, Tasmat therefrom, Nishkramantam, coming out, Saha Anugam, accompanied by great souls, Upagiyamanam, glorified by the flowers, Amara Prabha, the chief of the demigods, Vibhuda Anuge, followed by his associates, Sapta Hema, molten gold, Nikaya Abam, godly features, Siti Kantam, blue throat, Trilochanam with 3 eyes, Prasada, merciful, Sumukham, beautiful face, Viksha, seeing, Pranemu, offered obeisances, Jata, aroused, Kautuka, being amazed by the situation. Translation: the Prachetas were fortunate to see Lord Shiva, the chief of the demigods, emerging from the water with his associates. His bodily luster was just like molten gold, his throat was bluish, and he had 3 eyes, which looked very mercifully upon his devotees. He was accompanied by many musicians who were glorifying him. As soon as the Prachetas saw Lord Shiva, they immediately offered their obeisances in great amazement and fell down at the lotus feet of the Lord. Hare Krishna Mataji, read the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The word Vibhudanuge indicates that Lord Shiva is always accompanied by the denizens of the higher planets known as Gandharvas and Kinnars. They are very expert in musical science and Lord Shiva is worshipped by them constantly. In pictures, Lord Shiva is generally painted white, but here we find that the color of his skin is not exactly white, but like molten gold or a glowing yellowish color. Because Lord Shiva is always very, very merciful, his name is Ashutosh. Amongst all the demigods, Lord Shiva can be pacified even by the lowest class of men who need only offer him obeisances and leaves of a bale tree. Thus, his name is Ashutosh, which means that he is teased very quickly. Generally, those who are very fond of material prosperity approach Lord Shiva for such benediction. The Lord, being very merciful, quickly awards all the blessings the devotees asks of him. The demons take advantage of this leniency and sometimes take benediction from Lord Shiva, which can be very dangerous to others. For instance, Vrikasur took a benediction from Lord Shiva, by which he could kill everyone he touched on the head. Although Lord Shiva sometimes very liberally gives such benedictions to his devotees, the difficulty is that the demons, being very cunning, sometimes want to experiment improperly with such benedictions. For instance, after receiving his benediction, Brikasur tried to touch the head of Lord Shiva. Devotees of Lord Vishnu, however, have no desire for such benedictions, and Lord Vishnu does not give his devotees benedictions which would cause disturbance to the whole world. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tarhi eva sarasastasman nishkramantam sahanugam upagiyamanam amara pravaram vididhanugay tapta hemanikaya siti kantam trilochanam prasada samukham diksha pranamur jata kautuka. Translation: the Prachetas were fortunate to see Lord Shiva, the chief of the demigods, emerging from the water with his associates. His bodily luster was just like molten gold. His throat was bluish, and he had 3 eyes, which looked very mercifully upon his devotees. He was accompanied by many musicians who were glorifying him. As soon as the Prachetas saw Lord Shiva, they immediately offered their obeisances in greater amazement and fell down at the lotus feet of the Lord. Hare Krishna. So now we saw how Prachetas are going to meet Lord Shiva and to take advice from him. So here, previous few slokas, we were glorifying Lord Shiva as the Vaishnavanamyata Shambhu, or the chief of the demigods, or greatest devotee of Lord Krishna, right? Vaishnavanamyata Shambhu. So he was coming from with his associates, and Prabhupada mentions here the bodily luster was molten gold. So here it says most of the time Lord Shiva is painted like white or blue or something like that. But then here it is said it is like molten gold. Who else were golden color?
Radharanga Mahaprabhu.
Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So what is the other name? Because he's golden limbs. What is the other name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
Gauranga.
Gaura.
Yeah, Gauranga. And who is another name of Radharani? Because she is also golden color.
Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi.
Gaurangi. Okay, yes. So Gaura Anga. Gauranga means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Gaurangi is Radharani. And here Lord Shiva is also like molten gold, and his neck is blue, right? Throat was blue. Why? And what is that name? What is he called because his throat is blue?
Neelakanta.
Why was he Nilakanta? What happened?
After churning the ocean.
After churning of the milk ocean. After churning of the milk ocean, when that poison came out, it was Lord Shiva who ran. There's also another pastime when Putana visited Vrindavan. Krishna, baby Krishna was in the cradle, and he closed his eyes when Putana came near. So one of the commentaries which Acharyas gave is why Krishna closed his eyes is he was remembering Nilakanta or Lord Shiva, because when milk ocean was churned and poison came, Lord Shiva drank it. And then, so similarly, when Putana came, Krishna was meditating on Lord Shiva, saying that you drink the poison, I'll drink the milk. So why didn't the poison go down? Why was it in the neck of Lord Shiva?
Because Parvati like pushed like.
Yes, so Mata Parvati came and she was requesting or holding. And what Acharya's comment is, because Lord Shiva is Vaishnavanamyata Shambhu, he's a pure devotee, and pure devotees carry Krishna in their heart. So, right, Krishna says, Sadhavo Hrudayam Mahyam Sadhanam Hrudayam to Aham. So, Krishna is in the heart of pure devotees. So, Lord Shiva is a pure devotee of Lord, and Krishna was in the heart of Lord Shiva also. So, he didn't want that poison to go down and disturb Krishna, who is in the heart. There's Acharya's commentary in that way. So, the throat was bluish, he was called Nilakanta, and he had 3 eyes. You know, the normal 2 eyes and the middle one also. So that middle one, only when he gets angry, it opens and destroys. He is a lot of destruction, right? But then he looked mercifully upon the devotees. So he's called Ashutosh. Here it is said Ashutosh means he's easily pleased. And we know why he is easily pleased, because he's constantly meditating on the Lord. Panchamukha Shiva Bole, Ram, Ram, Hare, Hare. So he is always chanting the Lord's name. So he didn't want anyone to disturb. So someone goes with material, so much materialist, material prosperity, they goes because he's very satisfied. You just have to give him some obeisances and veil leave. That's it. And so he's called Ashutosh, very easily pleased. So he just grant the material benediction. But sometimes the demons take advantage of it. Now, sometimes the mother or father is little liberal. The children take advantage of that. Oh, mother will anyway not scold us. So they go and misuse her in that leniency. So similarly, here it is said, who's fond of material prosperity, they approach Shiva. So such people are called as what in Bhagavad Gita? Those who approach demigods for material prosperity, which is temporary. They are called as
Dushkritinu.
Karmi.
Dushkritin.
No, Dushkritanas are Mudas and Naradamas. No.
Karmis.
Alpa buddhi.
And what is the opposite of Alpamedasa?
Sumedasa.
Very nice. Sumedasa. Good. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sangopanga Srapashudam Yatne Sankirtana Praye Yajandihi Sumedasa. So Sumedasa means most intelligent. So those who are most intelligent will worship Lord Krishna. And Alpamedasa is the word used for demigod worshippers in Bhagavad Gita who are less intelligent. Why we call demigod worshippers as less intelligent and Krishna worshippers as very intelligent? Krishna Bhakta Vada Chatur.
Because the fruits are antavanta.
Yes.
In
Some fruits which we get from demigod worshipping is temporary. Mrityu sarvaharasyaha. Once the death comes, everything is taken away, whatever demigods can give. But mukti pradadam sarvesha Vishnu revana samshya. The moksha can be given only by Vishnu or Krishna. So in that way, whoever is worshipping Lord Krishna, they are planning for something permanent. And those who are worshipping demigods, especially Lord Shiva, is getting benedictions of material prosperity, which is temporary. So they are called Alpamedasa because they are misusing the human form of life just to get some material opulences, which is anyway going to get destroyed by time, right? You can't take it to your next life. But then what benediction we get by doing devotional service to Krishna is temporary, is permanent and eternal. So that's why they are called Sumedasa or intelligent, and Alpamedasa are the demigod worshippers. So, but then Lord Shiva is easily pleased. That's why you can see Shivaratri, the Lord Shiva's temples are crowded. When you go to Krishna's temple, many people are there. Why? Because here it is said, Lord Vishnu does not give the benediction which causes disturbance to the whole world, but the demons, they misuse Lord Shiva's benedictions, right? Some of the demons, for example, the Vrigasura. Vrigasura was also called as who? Was another name of Vrigasura?
Bhasmasura.
Yeah, Bhasmasura, right? So he worshipped Lord Shiva, so that he want a benediction from Lord Shiva that whoever he keeps the hand on anyone's head, they're going to have to become ashes or bhasma. And finally, he wanted to test it in Lord Shiva himself, right? So he started running behind Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva started running. And who came to rescue Lord Shiva? Who came at that time?
Vishnu in the form of
Mohini.
came in the form of Mohini.
Yes. Mohini Murti, like Lord Vishnu in the form of Mohini Murti came, and she started mesmerizing Vrigasura, Bhasmasura, and started dancing in such a way that Bhasmasura also started dancing like her. And when Mohini Murti, she kept her hand on her own head, Bhasmasura also, demons are very less intelligent, so Alpamedasa, more less intelligent, and they're foolish. He kept his hand in his own head, and his own benediction cursed him. In the sense, he came to ashes. So that's how so this is what some demons do. They take because Lord Shiva is more liberal and give benediction to his devotees. That's what the demons are, very cunning, and they misuse it. So who are the other demons who got benedictions from Lord Shiva and tried to destroy the whole world?
Ravana.
Good, Ravan. Then, okay. So here, when Hiranyakashipu was worshipping Lord Brahma. So yes, Ravan is the Lord Shiva's devotee. And so Prabhupada's like, The word devotee is actually used for who is worshipping Lord Krishna, not for anyone else, right? So here you can see Bhasmasura took advantage of it, and also Ravana, but got destroyed, right? So Lord Shiva gives benedictions like that, but Lord Vishnu does not give these benedictions, to which causes disturbance the whole world. And anyway, Lord Vishnu's devotees, they won't want material prosperity also, right? Because material prosperity is an impedance to go to spiritual life. You can't be materially opulent at the same time spiritually advanced, because material opulences definitely will take you to Maya, right? Unless you use those material opulences in the service of Krishna, Nirbandhe Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagya Muchade, then it's fine. But otherwise, definitely it will take us away from Krishna. And that's why Kunti Maharani also says, Janma Ishwarya Shudashri Vir Edamanama Dapupan Naivarhadi Apida Tumve Tvam Akimchana Gochara. So she says that the 4 things which is an impedance in the first canto, 8th chapter, Kunti Stuti, verse number 26. Janma, that is birth, Aishwarya, opulences, Shruta, that is knowledge, and Shri, beauty. So what happens? At least if you have one of these, you become puffed up. But and then Tvam Akim Chanagochara, but Krishna belongs to those who are materially impoverished, right? One who's easily approached by materially exhausted man. So it is said that Krishna can be easily approached, but only for those who are materially exhausted. Why? Because others who are in the path of material progress, trying to improve his parentage, great opulence, high education, and godly beauty, cannot approach Krishna with sincere feeling. They cannot be sincerely approaching Krishna. Why? Because the more they get wealth, they want more. That's what Chaitanya Charitamrita also says, right? Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi, Kami, Sakaleya, Shanda, Krishna Bhakta, Nishkama, Adiva, Shanda. Right? That's Chaitanya Charitamrita Lila, chapter 19, verse 149 says, Krishna Bhakta, Nishkama, Adiva, Shanta. He's Nishkama. He doesn't have any other desire, Nyavilashita, Shunyam, and he's Shanta. He's very peaceful, right? But what about Mukti, Bhukti, Siddhi, Kamis? They're all Ashanta because they want some desires. What does the Bhuktis want? Bhuktis. What does Bhukti people want? Bhukti.
Enjoyment.
Huh?
Enjoyment.
Liberation.
Not liberation. Liberation is not what a Bhukti want. Bhukti is, yes, material enjoyment, yes, Mataji, that is sense gratification and money and all that. Mukti, that is moksha. They want moksha. And Siddhis, what do they want?
They want some
Yeah, they want Ashtasiddhis, Anima, Legima, Mahima, all that, right? So all these people, even Mukti is considered to be a pure devotee, doesn't ask Mukti. Prabhupada was mentioning a pure devotee feel ashamed to ask anything from Krishna. Why? Lord is giving everything, no? Villamangalam Thakur, in the next slokas, we'll see in the next 2 slokas, Villamangalam Thakur is praying that Mukti Mugladananjali Swayam Sevya Rasmin. Mukti Devi is standing at my doorstep and he don't even care for her. Because a pure devotee doesn't want anything, right? He just wants to please Krishna. Because a devotee of Lord is desireless, he is peaceful. Fruity workers desire material enjoyment. Yeah, so Bhuktis want material enjoyment, Jnanis want liberation. Yogis want material opulences and all the siddhis. Therefore, they are lusty and cannot be peaceful because they have so many desires, right? So they want, but Krishna Bhakta knows that Krishna will protect. Avakshirak Shive Krishna. So they are not, they are Shankar always, or they are peaceful. So material opulences is an impedance to have sincere feelings towards Krishna. That's why when a pure devotee approaches Krishna, Krishna takes away his wealth. Why? So that there is no disturbance in between Krishna and that devotee. That's why it is said. And if you have any desires, akama sarva kama va moksha kama udareti tivrena bhakti yogena yachede purisham para. You have to do bhakti yoga. And bhakti is basically only to Krishna. Whatever demigod worshippers are not called as devotees. Prabhupada says that Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam, it is said. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Kirtanam is not any other Kirtan. Once Prabhupada went somewhere and there was some Kali Kirtan going on. Prabhupada's like, Kirtan means it's Vishnu Kirtan. Kirtan means glorifying Lord, the Supreme Lord, who's Lord Krishna, no one else, right? And devotees means who is dedicated to Lord Krishna. Others are called Alpamedasa, right? They are not Dushkridinas. Some Mataji was saying they are Dushkridinas. No, Dushkridinas are Mudas, Naradamas, Maya, Parutatyanam, and Asuri. They don't approach even demigods. They are all low born and asuras. But then, yes, asuras sometimes approach demigods, but not all asuras approach demigods, right? But then Sumedas are those who are Krishna worshippers. So once when Lord Shiva was approached by a Brahmana, and Brahmana asked for all material opulences, and Lord Shiva was like, I can't give you now anything. Go to Sanatana Goswami in Vrindavan. He has something special for you. So Sanatana Goswami had a touchstone. You would have heard that story. But then that touchstone, Chintamani stone, so precious stone, he threw it in the dustbin. So when the Brahmana came, Sanatana Goswami is like, you want money? Okay, take that touchstone from the basket. So the Brahmana was thinking, while going back, he was happy, but then he was thinking, why did Sanatana Goswami throw that touchstone in the basket? That means he has something more precious than that. So he went back to Sanatana Goswami and asked, please give me that precious thing which you have. So Sanatana Goswami asked him to throw the touchstone in Yamuna, take a bath, and then come back. And then Sanatana Goswami gave what to the Brahmana, which is very precious. What did he give?
Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Yeah, so he
Harina.
gave that Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, which is more costly. Nama Chintamani Krishna. It's more costly than anything in this world. Gologera Prema than Harinam Sankirtan. And that was because why? Whatever touchstone gives you, that's all temporary. When we go from here in this material world, we are not going to take anything which we have. We might be crore-patis, we might have millions and billions of money in the bank or whatever properties and gold and everything, but nothing can be taken. Prabhupada's like, why are you struggling so much? You need only 6 feet of land when you go back, just to lie down the 6 feet, right? Not even that sometimes. So what we should try for something which is eternal, which is permanently going to stay with us life after life, in the sense, what help us to get out of this birth, death, old age, disease. So the best prayers to Lord Shiva can be to give us Krishna Bhakti, because he is a devotee, and a pure devotee can give you Krishna Bhakti. So Lord Shiva can give you Krishna Bhakti easily. He's Ashutosh anyway, right? He'll be very pleased quickly. So you just have to ask Lord Shiva for Krishna Bhakti. That's what he will give you in abundance, because they are pure devotees, and you don't want material opulences, right? Because if Krishna bless you more intensely, then all the material opulence also will be taken. Yasyaham anugrishyami harishye tatanam sane tatoteram tyachuntyasya swajana dukkha dukkidam. 10th canto 88th chapter verse 8 says, yes, yasyaham anugrishyami. Krishna is more pleased and shower his mercy. Harishye tadanam sane. Hari, he just captures all the dhanam. And what happens when their dhanam is gone? Swachana dukkha dukkidam. All her friends and relatives will make you alone. One way it's good for us, no? Why? You do your budget, you can do your sadhana very well. And anyway, all this is what this bhajan we do, that is only going to help. So if Krishna especially favors someone, then gradually he deprives the wealth. No, don't get scared by reading this. Those who are new to Krishna consciousness. If I worship Krishna, then I'll become pauper, in the sense I'll become bankrupt. And if I worship Lord Shiva, I'm going to be rich. Now, why should I worship Krishna? I can worship Lord Shiva. That's what people think. But then that is special mercy of Krishna. Why? And why they said that? Because Krishna didn't want anyone to come in between him. That's it. Krishna wanted that person to fix his mind on only Krishna. Because if we are materially impoverished, what happens then? When distress comes, when you suffer distress one after the other, what happens is you feel that this material world is not a good place to live. If you have all material opulences, if you imagine all of us are very rich and all of us don't have any disease and old age and no other problems, then nobody will do devotional service sincerely, right? When you become frustrated, dissatisfied, and you are done with this material world, that's when the spiritual life starts, real. When you hope against the hope, Puna charvita charvanana, when you keep on trying to enjoy this material world, and finally you understand there's no happiness in this material world, then when distress comes, that's when you really realize it's like a slap for us, because we are lost in Maya and we think this material world is such a permanent place. Like you're going in a train and you have reserved your seat. Now you are happily sleeping there, having some snacks and all that, enjoying the scenery. But the moment the station comes and the TT comes and say, you get out because this is your ticket is only till here, your destination is here, you need to get out. So then that's when you really realize, oh, we need to get out. This is not my permanent place. But if the TT doesn't come or if your ticket doesn't expire, then you keep on enjoying the journey till the end. And you feel like this is a permanent place, that train. No. So like we are all in the train, go back home, back to Godhead. But we think this is the permanent place, this material world, all my friends and relatives and house and opulences, my permanent things. But when distress comes, that's when we realize, oh, I'm not here permanently. I don't belong to this world. I need to go back. So that's why Krishna does this. So don't misunderstand the Lord. Once when I told this sloka, when Mataji called me, she was so tensed. She was like, Mataji, really? Krishna will take everything from us and he deprive us of the wealth? Because that's what the life is, to be rich, make money, beg, borrow and steal, make money. But then when we hear that when someone worship Krishna, you get distressed one after the other and Krishna takes all the wealth. Not that, this is not for us. This is for special favor done to pure devotees. It's not for us. We are not qualified for all this. Srila Prabhupada was like this. But then you should know that such miseries are also Krishna's special favor on us, so that we quickly go back to Krishna. We quickly go back on the sense we become sincerely doing devotional service. Tivrena bhakti yogena. That's what we do. So like for Bali Maharaj, Krishna took everything, but Krishna gave himself. So Krishna, when you worship Krishna, he won't give anything which causes disturbance to the whole world. Lord Vishnu will not give any benediction to the devotees which disturb the whole world. So we should have faith in the Krishna conscious moment. We should have faith in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and chant the holy name sincerely, so that any difficulties we have in our path of bhakti or any other attachment we have, what is stopping? We can all check ourselves. What is stopping me from Krishna? Right? Once Shyam Sundar Prabhu was carving Jagannath for the first Radha Yatra. So he was a chronic smoker. So he kept a cigarette on top of Jagannath and was carving Jagannath. He didn't know all that. So when Prabhupada saw, Prabhupada didn't say anything. Prabhupada just said, don't allow a cigarette to come in between you and Krishna. And then he realized, yes, the cigarette is coming between me and Krishna. So whatever is coming in between me, us and Krishna, whether it's money, whether it's any other material attachments, let's slowly take it away. Otherwise, Krishna himself will take it away, so that the devotee goes close to Krishna. Like Narad Muni, he had his mother who was an impetus. He could not preach or do Krishna consciousness vigorously because of her. And finally, Krishna took her back. And so he was free to do devotional services. So any material opulence we have, if it is taken away, that is also a blessing by Krishna, so that we are not so attached to material things. We can't be rich at the same time a pure devotee. It doesn't go like that, right? So that's what he's akinchana vittaya. So you can be rich and devotee, but then that needs a lot of patience and a lot of sadhana. Otherwise, whatever difficulty comes in life, that's also Krishna's mercy. Okay, so today take home lesson is, let difficulties keep coming, but then that's according to our karma. But Krishna avashya rakshabe, Krishna will definitely protect the devotee, and that's a special mercy on the devotees if difficulties come. Susamikshamaanam Bunjana evatmakritam vipakam Ritvatvarvubir namaste jive re muktipade sadayavak. That person becomes the right candidate to get liberated, dayavak. Okay, to get Krishna's mercy. But what should we do? Even if difficulties come, we should sincerely wait for the mercy of Lord, do devotional service. So today take-home lesson is, don't ask any material benedictions from the demigods, and just sincerely pray to Lord Krishna, because he is the ultimate protector, and you get real peace. And we should not go for behind material opulences. Whatever we have, be satisfied and use it in Krishna's service. That's what we should do. Everything should be used in Krishna's service. And then whatever disturbance is there between us and Krishna, let's slowly get detached from all those things, material things, and increase our attachment towards Krishna. Once you get detached from material world, then you can get attached to Krishna very easily. Right? For that, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra will definitely help us. So let's sincerely chant the mantra and do our devotional service sadhana very sincerely, so that Krishna will be pleased. Hare Krishna, everyone. Anything to add? So, yes. Okay. No questions? Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Mataji. Dandavat
Hare
pranam.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mancha kalpatarubhasya.
Mataji. Pranam Mataji.
पापेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गिरधर श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा।
Mataji, thank you.
And those who have taken shelter like 3 months before, please apply for initiation and start reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Finish the first canto fast. And Guru Maharaj promised that he'll be coming to Mangalore in the first week of July. So it's a great fortune to take initiation directly from Guru Maharaj. Your life will be successful. Whatever sadhana we are doing before initiation, it's not correctly connected to the parampara. Only after initiation does it become formal. So, and all the sins are taken away, and the more easily we can go back to Krishna if we have a guru, a bona fide a spiritual master. So please get prepared, all of you, and send your forms to your teachers and prepare for the Diksha. Okay, that's the next step in your spiritual life. Hare Krishna.